Welcome back to Mercury Farms for episode 3 with me, MrSealyp. We are back at the store because it's time for the next purchase. It has been suggested by a few people that what I could do in advance of the Anderson DLC dropping, plant some poplars that can be growing in preparation, because obviously with the new Anderson DLC there's the biomass baler which can bale the poplar stuff, which is not a bad idea actually. Get ahead of it really. So potentially that's something I could do over the next couple of days actually. But at the moment I've done a couple more runs, one for manure, one for water to the livestock market, one for water to one of the greenhouses. I haven't taken any more manure up to the BGA because until midnight I don't know what that's going to pay out. Now there is also the option of having a go at doing a slurry run to the garden centre and a slurry run up to the BJ as well. But what I'm going to do is the next step in our kind of forestry evolution. So we're back to the store again, and what are we going to get? We are going to get forestry trailer. I think we're going to go with the BioBelts TR500, I think. Yeah. From Toxicom. 23,900. We can also adjust the colour, so of course MrSealyp green. And then we've got standard wheels or wides. So we're going to go with wides. And we're going to buy that. 25.2, does that say? 25.5. 25.2, I think. There you go, 25.2. So we're going to buy that. Next thing we're going to buy then is get ourselves a telehandler. Like I said, farm dogs barking away upstairs somewhere. I'm not going to go with the Manitou, I don't think. I've used the Lee pair on Ravenport. I used the Manitou ML80 533 for a little bit on Fellsborough, but then really didn't use it very much. So I think because I haven't used it before and it's new and that kind of thing, let's go with the Massey Ferguson. Knock-ins or trailer box is the only option. Well, that's it. That is the option. So let's give this a go, shall we? So let's buy that for 93, and then we're going to need the telehandler. Now this one is the proper, so the proper manure fork, the one I kind of got used to using. Hasn't got that claw on the inside, but to be fair, hasn't caused many problems on the other one. This should work a little bit better, should be a little bit bigger maybe. It'll be easier for getting a couple of logs in rather than the slightly smaller one that's on the front loader attachment. I could be completely wrong, it could be exactly the same size. But as it stands at the moment, I think that's what we need. So, let's close the door again and check out our purchases for today. That does seem bigger. This is very nice. Right, so what do I start with? I think we'll go up with the... Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's go up with the timber trailer first. We are still going to be using this one. The only downside, I say, because we haven't got a rear hitch, there were a few trailers. I honestly thought this one... I thought this had a rear hitch, because I could have sworn... I might have done 17, because you could then hook the TLT 500 onto the back of it as well. Or I might have dreamt that. But anyway, that we should be able to get double the capacity on this. Or at least do one load of maybe 8 metres and then another load of whatever. And we'll see. That's the kind of... The process is going to be seeing what we can do, seeing what we can fit, which should now mean that each load will be able to get more money per load. We can have a little bit of an overhang maybe at the front. We can get away with a bit of an overhang at the back. So we should be able to get a bit more on this as well. We'll see. That's all we can do is test it out and see what happens. All of a sudden there's... What is going on? They're all off somewhere? Somewhere I don't know about? And why wasn't I invited? Let's go this way. I still need to get all that repair work done at the other workshop actually. So I'm assuming then this one, this silo here, won't be a drive-through one. So there's one that open. Yeah, solid wall at the back. Sorry, that was just from the last episode. Something that I checked it. It was based upon a comment that had been made. That JiM had received a comment. I think it was JiM. Could have been Barris. No, it's definitely JiM. Right, I'll see you there in a little while. We should have everything set up, ready to go for a full load on here. Well, we made it in one piece. That's the main thing. Just trying to... Where did I put the... Here it is. Drove past it, didn't I? Yeah. The manure fork on this one is way bigger. It should make it a lot easier for getting some of the larger stuff in, and probably 2, maybe even 3 logs at a time. So that's kind of the plan. We also need to sort out that stump grinder. I still haven't decided whether or not to get the stump grinder that goes on the tractor, or whether or not to get one of the little New Holland skid steers. I might get a New Holland skid steer loader. As you've just probably caught out in the corner of your eye. Where did it go? Lost it myself. There was a little pile. Where's my wood pile gone? Oh, it's right next to me. There. So there are all the small bits that were left over in the last episode from each tree that came down, the end bits. Now, they're going to be used for fence posts or something like that, but they'll be collected in a smaller trailer. I think I got them all up off the ground. Pretty sure I did, where I cut all the trees down. But yeah, we definitely need to sort some of these stumps out. So what we're going to do now is fire this up again. Something that dawned on me actually, when I was doing the last episode, when I went in to buy this, I suddenly thought, I'm pretty sure on 17 that the Pond Scorpion King was only like 295,000. These are like 400. What are they? 450 now. Why have they suddenly become so expensive? It didn't dawn on me before, but I suddenly thought, hang on a minute. 440 and 435. I'm sure the Scorpion King. I'm even thinking 295 seems a little bit pricey. Was it less than that? That seems like a huge amount of money. Yeah, very odd. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway. So let's open this up again. What we'll probably do then, we're on 7 metre length. So I try one load on 8s. See what we get. And then what we've got left we'll do the next size down, whatever size that needs to be. Probably the best idea. I'll try and get as low to the ground as I can. There we go. Don't want to get caught up on tree stumps, so what I'll do is pull that back a bit. So now we should only get 3 bits out of each one. There we go, we shouldn't have that little bit left over. And with that fork, we should, if we're lucky, be able to get all 3 in one go. That again, that's the plan. We will do some wood chipping at some point as well. I want to try and encompass as many different bits of the forestry as I can. But so that's why I think we'll probably get a buffalo, even if we just lease it, and have a go at using the crane on that for loading up and as well. Where's it going? Because I'm not actually on the trees. There we go. That probably would have helped, wouldn't it? Yeah, I need to get some of these stumps out, don't I? Wasn't such a good idea. What did I do wrong there? Didn't put it enough to the side, so if I back up a little bit, that should come off the tracks, couldn't it? There we go. So I think I'm wondering actually, you know what, whether or not I need to go and sort something out for the stumps. Take these stumps out before I even do any more logging. I think mine will be a bad idea. So before we load this trailer up, let's sort this out. How much we got? 93 grand. We got enough to get the New Holland wheeled one. Well, we got enough to get either really. Do I go with tracks? Could do, couldn't I? Let's do it again. What? How did I lose the end of the tree? I thought there was more to it than that. Okay, what we're going to do, let's try one load. We're getting ourselves quite a big clearing in here, aren't we? Turn that off. Let's grab this, give it a go, put one load in. Great thing with this as well, I've always found when you get them coming out in the threes like this. I'm not quite sure why Farm Dog doesn't like it, but you get it down to the ground like that, and you can kind of tidy them up a little bit before you even pick them up, which kind of helps. So let's go this way out first, I think. Try and get central if I can. The grab's much wider. I don't really want to be. There we go. Right, so. It didn't always work on 17 because sometimes it just wouldn't pick all three. But we'll see. We might get lucky. These grabs don't seem to. There we go. Ooh, nearly. No, we've lost that one. If I can tip that back enough, open that up. There we go. Close that back down again. We might just pull it off. Try and line it up nicely. I mean, coming over the top, not quite where we want to be. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get. I thought we'd get loads on here, but we won't. Mind you, the longer the length, the straighter the piece is, generally you get paid more anyway, don't you? Well, that's what you always used to, so let's drop that in. Cool. That's going to work very, very nicely. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? I'm not going to get anything off the back of there. So maybe doing it 6s and 6s might have been a better idea. So I could have had 6 on between these two here, then 6s maybe between here and overhanging. You live and learn. So maybe on the next load, once I've got this full load taken, we'll see what we get for this. Maybe the next load we'll try that. Do 6s and 6s or 5s and 6s or something, so we can utilise that full trailer a little bit better. If I don't get all 3 in at a time, again, it doesn't really matter. It's not too much of a problem. But like I say, I've said it a few times, and I said it at the start on episode 1, I have always just gotten so much better using the manure fork for doing logging. I know it's not what it's designed for, it's not supposed to do this, but I just find it works. You know, I don't know why. It says. Let's do 2. Yep, I need to clear the tree stumps. So we've got thick to thin. I want to go the other way around. I think I may have just messed that up. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I do like this massey. It's very smooth. Right, stump grinder it is. Let's go and sort that out. Get these stumps out because they're in the way. And then we are increasing our operation. Right, stump grinder. I'm going to take the tractor back, I think. So whether I get a stump grinder to go on this or I buy the New Holland. This track go to actually? I haven't followed this one yet, or does it just take me back round to where I was? Bit of tough, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to take me back round that way, isn't it? That's not where I want to go. Okay. Well, that is much smoother driving across there. I do like the bumpy grip. Where have I ended up? Hang on a minute. Completely the wrong direction. Over here is where I want to go. Yeah, I do like the bumpy ground that Jim's put in. Because I like, you know, sometimes you drive along and you feel that there should be more. I still think there should be more vibration. There should be a vibration function, definitely. There are plenty of games, plenty of racing games, plenty of stuff out there that has a vibration function. I just think that would add another element to the whole thing. Right, stump grinder. I'm over at the store for the next purchase. I did actually think while I'm here what we'll do, I don't know if we're actually going to use this at any point, but I'm going to take it over to the workshop and we'll try and fix it. Now I don't know if this will go up on the ramps actually, I don't know if it will. We can probably just do it from here. Should have put the beacon on really. It might do. No. I wonder if it'll just work from here. Yes, it will. Right, so repair. 15 days old. £308. Okay. We'll do with the jet wash down here at the store as well, really. That seems to be a bit better, doesn't it? Actually, I might leave that in here for the time being. So, next purchase then. Whoops. There we go. I think she knows what we need. So we're going to go with the skid steer loader, and I think we're going to go with the... Yeah, we are. The New Holland C232. I think tracked. It'll be able to cope with the forestry conditions. I want it a bit better or not, I don't know. What speed is that? 7 miles per hour. That's 11. You know what? I'm going to go with the wheeled one. Otherwise it's going to take me forever to get there. Right, so let's buy that. And then with that we're going to need to get the... Where are we? Skid steer loaders. And we can get a Paladin one, I think. Yeah, Paladin stump grinder for 2,500. There's probably a JCB one available as well. Where is it? 4,500. Let's get the Paladin one. Never let it be said I'm tight, but you know, let's get that. Main colour. No, we'll leave that the same. We don't need to change that. We'll buy that. Cool. I could have just got a stump grinder for the tractor, but I want a new bit of kit. Again, something I haven't really used. So let's jump in. Cool. Hose is attached. Can we move that one out as well? Yes, we can. Let's go. Yeah, this is going to take a little while to get there, so I'll skip this bit. I'll see you when we're over there, and let's get some of these stumps out. Then we'll load that trailer up and we'll get that back. I think that's probably the best bet. There we go. Okay. We are here and we are ready to rock and roll. So let's get this thing turned on. Just to a cutting position. Let's find our first stump. Where are we? Right there. Fantastic, right. I think turning it off between tree stumps, because the amount of horsepower this has got, it's using quite a lot of the horsepower to run it, you know. This works better. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to work my way around the clearing now then. Get rid of some of these stumps. Righty-hoo. How many we got to do? Quite a few. Really, I'm quite surprised how much difference that makes. Having that turned on. Never ever had that problem on 17 with the JCBs. I would just drive between stumps with the stump grinder on, but that makes a huge difference. It really struggles to pull away, doesn't like to turn. Yeah, so now I'm having to put my finger on the accelerator for a little while before it does anything. Turn it off and it's responsive straight away. Is that weird? Right, in the shadow of the trees. Right, let's put lights on. Don't think we did any over here, did we? No, but there is one definitely here. Okay, stumps are done. Let's crack on. What should I do first? Let's get some more trees down and then we'll get this loaded. And once it's loaded, I'll then go around and take out the stumps from this session, and then we'll get into a routine. So if I can get back away from the stump to the side, hopefully. That's better. It's interesting. Yeah. Right, I need to use the chainsaw. Now, thanks for all the advice from various different people who said about using the chainsaw. They said go right into the middle. Most people did. Point it down if you can, but crouch as well. There you go. That's it. That's the knack. Crouching down and you get what you need. That's going to make life so much easier. Don't know why that let go though. That's peculiar. Let's just grab one from inside this turning circle, shall we? Inside. So very odd, the last one. Cool. Trying to work out how many do I think I'm going to need for this particular trailer. Don't know. We'll cut some, load some, cut some, load some, and then we'll go from there. So I've probably left that right in the way, haven't I? Yeah. And again. That's caught right between there, isn't it? So what I'm curious about now, having got them up here, yeah, they're 8 metres, and I've got that much room there. So we're looking at about 10, probably 10 metres. So, full load of 8 metre logs. I'm going to see what I'm going to get in a moment. So I said 6s and 6s. I'm thinking 5s and 5s. If I do 5s and 5s there and there, it should be a full. It should be a fuller trailer, but they're shorter log lengths. So I'm curious, will I get more money? The same, less? Logic would dictate I would get more money. But if it's the same as it was in 17, it always said you got more for longer, straighter pieces. So that's going to be another test I think we're going to check out at some point. Let's take the straps off, let's see what we get. Take that off the back, hold those thinner bits in. Okay, so on that side, L3. Well, that's interesting. 38,953. Now I did the other trailer, the shorter, stockier one that goes on the back of the forwarder, and I did 6 or 7 metre lengths on that, and filled it up. Okay, that's odd. Now I'm sure I had more on here than that. And they were 8 metre lengths, and I got I got 34 of that load, didn't I? Yeah, so £4 more, negligible. Oh, I've got a whole log there now. See, it could have been way more money, couldn't it? What are we going to get for this one? Another £521. Okay, so the next test is going to be, I suppose, 2 stacks of 5s. See what I get on that. I might do some wood chipping. Might do some wood chipping through the static wood chipper. I might do some wood chipping into a trailer and then sell that. Like I say, we'll try various different things. I'm going to come up here and do the pine trees, which are over on that side of the nursery, so to speak. See if we make any more money doing that. Like I say, it's closer, so it's going to be a lot easier for hauling. I'll be able to get more loads in quicker. So I suppose it's just let the logging commence now then, isn't it? Get a load done. So I think what we'll do is the next time I see you, not sure how long this episode's going to be at the moment. I don't want it to be too long. So the last 2 have been over 50 minutes, which some people seem to love, but I think that's a little bit too much. So yeah, hang on a second. So 5 metre lengths. I've done a few, tied them up a little bit. Again, using the manure fork, it's a case of just kind of, you know, shoving them around a little bit until you get them into a fairly neat stack. Now doing it this way can be a little bit different, because what you can do is drop that down a little bit. I don't want to get it so the wheels won't turn. And we can actually come into the stack a little bit, like that. Close that up as best we can. We're not going to get all of them, but we'll get a couple. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to load up this next trailer with 5 metre lengths. Hopefully these will go between these just right, actually. Perfect. And the good thing is having the pole this way round, because the way they were all cut thick to thin, I can come in one side to get thick to thin, then the other way around to go thin to thick, and try and balance out the load as best I can as well. So what's going to happen now then? Start of the next episode, this should be loaded. We'll head off and sell it and see what we get. I will do logging off screen, because obviously you don't just want to see logging. We'll have a look at doing a bit of work, maybe planting some poplars, maybe some wood chipping in the next one. I think probably not the static wood chipper, I don't think, probably one of the portable ones. And then we'll do that wood chipping over, I think, at, let's just open up a little bit, over by the sawmill. I think that's better. That's probably what I'm going to do, I think. So yeah, we've come to the end of an episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're getting more machinery. We're gradually kind of increasing the size of our forestry operation. We've cleared quite an area here as well. If you have enjoyed it, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.